Hi everybody, welcome to art class. I'm so happy to meet you today on your very first visit to the art room. We're going to have a lot of fun this year using markers and crayons and paints and scissors and glue and all those types of things. So I'm very happy that you're here. Now your teacher, when it's your day to come to art class, will lead you down to the art room. And what I am hoping to see is a nice quiet line outside my door waiting to come into the art room. So make sure you are nice and quiet and ready to come in. And oh, please don't just go into the art room. Make sure you wait for me to come to the door and greet you. Now after you come into the art room, you're going to find a spot on the rug to sit crisscross applesauce and just put your hands right in your lap. I ask for you to put them in your lap because I don't want you to be maybe touching your neighbor or playing with someone's hair. So it's just the best idea to keep your hands right in your lap. Now in a few minutes you are going to learn what your special seat is in the art room. And when you come in, I'm going to have supplies at your table for you to use during art class. But these materials are to be shared. Sharing means that you have to take turns. You're not going to have a glue all to yourself. You're not going to have paints all to yourself. You have to share with the people at your table. So I just like the rule of always remember to be kind. Always. Now maybe next art class you will get your very own kindergarten sketchbook. It's an alphabet sketchbook, and we are going to learn to draw some things this year for each letter of the alphabet, and you're going to be practicing your spelling and writing. It's going to be super fun. You're going to love taking that home. There's 26 pages for us to do because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. Now sometimes in art class it starts to get a little noisy, and my first reminder, especially if I have something to tell you, I might hold up the quiet coyote symbol. We'll practice doing this symbol, but when you see it, shh, it's the quiet coyote. We have to turn our voices off. Now I'm going to show you in the art room where I have spelled out the word art. A-R-T. Now when you're working, sometimes it gets loud, and I'll do the quiet coyote, and that's like your first reminder. And then maybe it's still loud, and I will have to then take the letter A off. So that's your second reminder. If it still gets loud, I might take the R off, and then you can only use a whisper voice. Now if it gets super loud and you just don't stop with the loudness, then I have to take the T off, and that means we can't talk at all. You have to work in silence. Now this chart is for your behavior, and I like to think that everyone comes in on the red carpet. That means you are doing an awesome job, you are ready to work, and that's what I assume everyone's going to be doing. But sometimes, you have those days, and I might have to give you a warning. It doesn't happen often, but if someone's doing something they know they should not be doing, I might say, hey, please stop that. So that would be warning number 1. And then if I have to ask them again, warning number 2. But then if we have to get all the way down to the purple card, where I actually have to give you a consequence because I've asked you a number of times to stop doing something, then that means maybe I'll have to call home or take away your playtime in your classroom, Oof, or maybe even have you go down to the principal's office and tell her what you did. This usually doesn't happen, but I have to tell you. Now, of course, we're in the art room, so we are going to be doing some messy work in here. Our hands are going to get messy from time to time. Not every art class, but certainly time to time. And you're going to think this sounds silly, but we don't wash our hands in the sink. No, we don't. I have just one small little sink at the back of the room, and I can't possibly get all 25 of you to that sink and ready for your teacher in time. So I give everybody a baby wipe to wipe their hands. It's super simple and it goes really quick and your hands get nice and clean. Now we are very lucky here in the art room. We have a bathroom and it's at the back of the room, and you can use the bathroom anytime you need to, but there are some rules around it. If we are on the rug together learning something, or I'm teaching you what you have to do for the day, well, no, those aren't the best times to go to the bathroom because you're going to be missing something. But when you do have to go, maybe it's during work time, certainly you do not have to ask me. You can just go to the bathroom. There's a sign there. If it's on the green side, it says go, you can come in. But before you go in, flip that sign to the red where it says stop. Someone's inside. Fire drills. Now fire drills, they're a big deal. We have fire drills at the beginning of the school year, and then we have some more fire drills towards the end of the school year. We have to have them. The bell is kind of loud, but don't worry, it's not that bad. There is a sign in the art room, and I know you can't read just yet, but there is a sign that tells us where to go. You're going to be lining up at the door nice and quiet. We don't push or shove. And then whoever is at the lead of the line, they're going to open up the door and lead the class out. You're going to turn towards the gym and walk down the hall that way. And then you're going to turn again towards the doorways, the main doors where you get off the bus and come into the school. Of course, we're in a nice quiet line. We're not pushing. And there gets to be a lot of people outside. The whole building leaves the building for a fire drill. So there's going to be a lot of us outside. But you're going to walk across where the buses go to the flagpole. Do you see the flagpole? And then there's a sidewalk there we're going to line up on. And then I'm going to take attendance, make sure everybody's here, but you're going to stand in line nice and quiet. We're going to do some practice fire drills, so don't worry. You'll get the hang of it, no problem. But most importantly, when you're here at school, everyone, we need to be reminded that we are respectful, be responsible, and be ready to learn. And I should include, be ready to have some fun too. It was great meeting you. Happy first day of school.